Welcome to the 8th Annual Anti-Bullying Presentation. On behalf of the students in Ms. Bird's class, we would like to welcome our fellow students, our teachers, our administrators, and most importantly, to those of you today who are victims of emotional, cyberbullying, and know that today we're your voice. We hear you, support you, and may this program inspire you to speak up against bullying.
Bullying is one of the biggest challenges that teens are facing in their life. Unfortunately, many teens are forced to deal with bullying while their parents and teachers are unaware of the severity of the problem in their school. Bullying doesn't affect just those who are being bullied and those who bully. It has a huge impact on those who see the behavior and do nothing. How each one of you responds to bullying can really impact the situation and outcome. You can make a difference.
Across the country, kids are raising awareness about bullying and taking action in their communities, at school, and online. More than half of bullying situations stop when other students intervene on behalf of the student being bullied. Don't be a bystander, speak for others. Bullying remains a nationwide problem. With your help, we can put an end to this crisis.
Throughout our lives, people attach labels to us, and those labels reflect and affect how others think about our identities, as well as how we think about ourselves. The problem with labels is that they can lead to stereotypes. Labels hold us back and limit us. Labels don't have to run your life. You may surprise yourself of what you can become if you let go of negative labels.
Maybe I'm foolish, or maybe I'm blind, thinking I can see through this and see what's behind. Got no way to prove it, so maybe I'm lying. But I'm only human after all. I'm only human after all. Don't put your blame on me. Don't put your blame on me. Take a look in the mirror, what do you see? Do you see it clearer, or are you deceived in what you believe? 'Cause I'm only human after all, and you're only human after all. Don't put the blame on me. Don't put your blame on me. Some people got the real problems. Some people out of love. Some people think I can solve them. Lord heavens above, I'm only human after all. I'm only human after all. Don't put the blame on me. Don't put the blame on me. Don't ask my opinion, don't ask me to lie, and beg for forgiveness for making you cry. For making you cry. 'Cause I'm only human after all. I'm only human after all. Don't put your blame on me. Don't put the blame on me. Oh, some people got the real problems. Some people out of love. Some people think I can solve them. Lord heavens above, I'm only human after all. I'm only human after all. Don't put the blame on me. Don't put the blame on me. I'm only human. I made mistakes. I'm only human. That's all it takes.
I wanted to talk about it, I wanted to scream, I wanted to yell, I wanted to shout about it, but all I could do was hide behind my mask and whisper, "I'm fine," said 13-year-old me. Welcome to the life of a teenage girl who's being bullied, but not in the way you'd expect.
What would I expect?
You'd expect it to be another child,
Possibly.
the same age as me, maybe a little older.
Okay.
You'd expect it to be childish,
Maybe.
just being teased in the hallways,
Yeah.
possibly talked about in the lunchroom.
Okay.
You'd expect it to be normal school year stuff,
Sure.
except everything you'd be expecting would be wrong.
What do you mean?
What if I told you it wasn't another child?
Oh.
What if I told you that it wasn't childish?
Oh.
even at school.
What?
What if I told you that the bully was my father?
Oh,
But what if I were to tell you the bully was also me?
you?
If I told you that, would you believe me? If I told you that, would you understand?
Yeah.
Would you understand that I'm bullying myself?
Yes.
Would you be the one that notices?
I already have.
I ask because no one notices.
I do.
No one sees it.
But it's so visible.
No one sees that I'm breaking.
That's not always a bad thing.
Although sometimes I feel like I'm already broken.
Trust me, you're far from it.
No one sees the way I'm reaching up for air, grasping onto my last bit of hope.
Do you need someone to pull you up?
I cry myself to sleep, but you wouldn't know. Sometimes the anxiety becomes too much, but you wouldn't know. I always feel completely alone, but you wouldn't know.
Why didn't you say something?
How could you know? That's the problem, you couldn't. I don't show it or talk about it. I couldn't even if I wanted to.
You can.
Maybe because sometimes I don't see it myself. I just think like I'm supposed to feel like this. Like I'm less than. Like I deserve what he does to me and what I do to myself. Like I'm supposed to feel like everything about me is wrong. My clothes, wrong. My personality, wrong. My body, wrong. Just everything wrong.
No,
Am I supposed to feel like it's my fault?
absolutely not.
The drinking, the yelling, the fighting, the bruises, the hate that the supposed man of the house has for me? It's not my fault, is it?
Of course not.
After everything you've heard, do you think I'm wrong?
About what?
Wrong to want someone to see it? Wrong to want someone to notice? Notice it? Notice me? Just notice? No one did.
Except me.
I gave up hope. I stopped trying. I stopped being me. Just to show up who I was, standing on the edge, ready to go. But then
Me?
you came.
I did.
You noticed.
I did.
It's not my fault.
No, it's not.
I'm not broken.
No, you're healing.
I'm fine.
No.
But I will be.
Yes, you will be.
The things you say. You say these are things to others and me. Watching you do it is not a fun sight to see. The words you say, they stick like glue, but those big words won't change my hue. Your words, they cut through my skin, but no matter what, you will never win. You look so mad, but I know inside you're sad. Why am I the victim of these ruthless attacks? You break me down every day, and you are the one who made these cracks. I feel like my blood is going to boil, a wound so deep in blood of oil. No matter what I do, I can never get rid of you. Do you have a grudge, I wonder, or is your heart done under? Or you're hurt by anyone? Maybe that is why nothing can be done. But if you stand up with me, we can tell people what we see. I want to know how you feel, and maybe your heart will heal. I don't hate you, not even a bit, but I want to tell you your words hit.
I hate anyone seeing me cry, weak as it is, and then I stop and blankly stare at the mirror, watching my eyes reflect back at me. I continue staring until I know I had enough, and I wipe away my tears, walking out of the bathroom like nothing happened. Most people see me as this happy extra girl, but people don't see the other side of me where I'm sad all the time or insecure. Most people see me outgoing and pretty, I see myself as dumb or even ugly. People don't see the side of me where I cry all the time or where I'm insecure. I try to keep it all inside until it comes too much. Nobody listens. It gets to the point where I sit in my mirror and cry at night just because of the way I look. So not everyone is what they see. Most people try to hide it like me. Eat more, eat less, too thin, too thick, too pretty. Work hard on yourself, it looks like you don't care. Stay clean, stay healthy. People in this society today just love to worry about other people. I wonder sometimes do people just wake up and say, hey, let's bring this person down today just because she looks too fat or skinny in the outfit she's wearing. I get tired of it. You'll never be enough. She's prettier. It gets old.
Dear victims, I know it's hard feeling like you're all alone. People who make fun of you for how you are. The few how walking through school that some make fun of your ugly shoes. They think it's cool to make fun of you because of where you came from, but they are hurt from the pain that's been passed through them. Their tears are locked away so no one can see their pain. They envy you. They look at you in their life and wonder, what did I do wrong? All I ever wanted was to be strong. But this temporary feeling is hurt, taking too long to cover the pain that's been lingering so long. All I ever wanted was someone to understand. Anyone who is bullied. Bullies are human too. They fight their pain just like you. If only we could walk through each other's shoes, we could be free to be ourselves. If we recover, no one else stares. We could see that everyone goes through something behind closed doors. Judging people reflects our own insecurities. As you grow up, people seem to change. They see you go from the outcast to someone who shines above the rest. But deep down, they always regret when they get to social rejects. I know people may not listen. They may say, oh, where's the proof? The proof is the hurt that you've been going through. The scars where you first forget shows how powerful you are to start again.
Why do they even bully? They don't even know me fully. I just try to be different. I just want to be noticed for a moment. Is it that I'm a different color? It don't make me different than no other. Thought I needed change, but I wasn't the one to blame. Just needed to love myself and forget everybody else. Tears I cried, and what they say they lied. Now I do my best and don't care about the rest.
Bullying, you know it's not right. Bullying makes other people sad. My question is why? Just why? Why do you make people feel sad and why? Is it because you think it's a joke? Is it because you think it's fun? Or is it because you just want others to feel bad about themselves? Just be good, just be glad. There's no reason to hurt others. You never know what some people are going through at home. Stop bullying them.
People think I'm this funny girl that's very right inside, but what they don't see is the fright, the insecurity. Have you ever prayed to God, asking Him to take you away from it all? It never gets old. But I can't help it. God made me this way, and I just have to accept it. Sometimes I think people's lives will be better without me. I will cry myself to sleep, ask God, why me? Why do I have to go through this every day? Why do people treat me this way? I was very depressed, thinking of ways to try and harm myself. Sometimes people bully for fun, just to make themselves feel good. I wonder why people bully other people, but in reality, they have been bullied too. They want attention to make themselves feel good. They feel like they aren't good enough, or maybe they want people to see them as a bully and not the victim of being bullied.
It's been a while since I've seen you. After all the horrible things you had put me through, I still don't have a grudge against you. It's truly shocking how I don't hate you. You made me feel so worthless and valueless. You wouldn't accept me for who I was and who I wanted to be. You made fun of my family and you made fun of what I've been through, but you've never felt what pain is. You're on top of the world when you make me feel worthless. I feel so shattered and hurt when you talk to me. Your tones, your words, and your expressions. Everything makes me feel worse about the body I was born into. I didn't choose to be this way. I didn't choose to live every day of my life hoping I can make it to the next one. You hurt me for 5 years and it finally ended. I finally got away from you and somehow I'm not any better. You've permanently changed who I am and how I view every new person I meet. I viewed you as a friend. I thought we were together through everything. I put my heart into everything I did for you, but you threw it out. You threw everything away when you hurt me. Every time you've hurt me, I cried so much I couldn't shed any more tears. My eyes would begin to hurt and feel so dry. I could hardly breathe every time you made me like this, and today it still hasn't changed. You've made a permanent place in my memories for everything you've ever said to me. It was never fun, but I laughed. I laughed to cover how I really felt about it. I laughed the pain away. I laughed the sadness away. I still laugh so I don't cry. You taught me to hide my emotions behind a door that can never be broken. You are the reason no one will ever see how I feel. No one will ever know what happened between us, and it will forever stay a mystery. Again, I don't hate you. I just despise the person you turned me into.
Bullying is an issue that happens everywhere and every day in the world, no matter where you live, where you go to school, or how popular you are. You have witnessed, caused, or been the victim of aggression from your peers. It is our hope that today will raise awareness about bullying and how it affects individuals on a daily basis. This poem, written by a student who won a writing contest with her poem about bullying, this poem reflects what many of us feel on a daily basis. Every Day It Happens by Kathleen Kiefer. Every time I speak, another person hates me. Every time they answer, I must forgive again. Every time I listen, I suppress my anger and my angry comments. Every time I hear them, I brush away the tears. Everywhere I go, I am a nameless victim. Everywhere I hide, they find me once again. Every time they see me, I put my happy face on. Every time they leave me, the tears roll down my cheeks. Every night I'm sleeping, I dream of faceless horrors. Every time I'm living, I wish it were no so. Our hope is that you will find this presentation useful and that we end the bullying epidemic in our communities and our schools.
Did you know that 58% of students have admitted to people saying mean or hurtful things to them online? Did you also know that 53% of students have admitted to people saying mean or hurtful things to them online?
More than 1 out of every 5 students report being bullied. It can take many forms: verbal, physical, relationships, and cyberbullying.
Cyberbullying is on the rise, with 43% or 1 out of 4 students having it done to them. With 80% of kids having access to phones, this makes this a very common way of bullying.
A reason that kids bully today is because of a lack of attention at home. A lack of attention at home can cause bullies to cause you depression, sadness, and even abuse to your own self. Bullying is a learned behavior and can be an unlearned behavior.
Some people think that bullying is normal. It isn't. It will always be a conflict between kids. It is intentional cruelty, harassment, emotional and physical abuse.
Together we can stop today. Help us stop bullying out.
I believe that we can be who we are without bias or judgment.
Just because you're an athlete, it doesn't make you look cool to bully. If you see somebody sitting alone at lunch, just go help them. Sit by them.
We are all different, yet we share a community, a world, and a school. We also share the rights to be equal, tolerant, and fair. We can make this a better environment. We can make this world a better place. Every school day, 160,000 students in the U.S. stay home for the fear of being bullied. They are also scared to go to school.
Students lose a chance to learn. It's every student's right to feel safe and be safe at school.
Students who are bullied may have lower self-esteem and higher increased anxiety.
Bullying can happen to anyone. Girls bully, boys bully, preschool to high school.
No one deserves to be bullied. Know the difference between tell me versus tell me.
Speak up if you see bullying. Telling someone is not talent.
Know your rights. Most states have laws against bullying.
If your mirror could speak, what would it say? Would it say that we'll never look as good or as bad as you think? Students in the school were asked this question. This is some of their responses. If my mirror could talk, it would probably roast me so bad it'd simulate my worst moments. Today must be a good day because you look cute. I look fat, ugly, and not smart. If my mirror could speak, I think it would ask me if I was really okay because these past few years have not been easy. Hey mirror, be my friend today, not my enemy. If my mirror could speak, it would tell me not to get in my head today, too much today, and not worry about what others think about me. My mirror would say, you matter as much as any person. My mirror would tell me to make better choices in life. My mirror would tell me to stop looking down on myself. We all see something different when we look in the mirror. Tell yourself today that when you look in that mirror, you are not the horrible things you or other people tell you that you are. The image we see in the mirror may be a real or distorted view of who we really are. Learn to accept and love yourself and stop comparing yourself to others. Remember that you are unique.
Often the question is why? Why do bullies go unanswered? Surely bullies don't realize the hurt they cause. No one is that vicious, right? We all have our moments and our moments. We've each felt deeply hurt by the actions of those who've said things we regret. As teenagers, we are close to being adults, and in many ways, we have the same responsibility as one. We have our whole life ahead of us. During this time, we will hurt deeply and unfortunately say hurtful things, but hopefully in the process, we will learn to apologize as well as we accept one. We must be willing to learn from others and realize they may be hurting too, and maybe even victims of bullying themselves. Our version of the story is not the only version. Each side needs to be heard. The best way to answer that question of why do bullies go unanswered is for us to learn positive tools that can help us in handling the bullying. We need to heal, and that healing starts with me and you.
You treat me like I'm nothing.
I treat you like you're nothing.
I'm a piece of trash on the sidewalk to you.
You're just a piece of trash on the sidewalk.
Every day you walk by me, I begin to feel my heart beating out of my chest because I know your words will taunt me endlessly.
I hope that my words will taunt you endlessly.
But making me feel worthless makes you feel powerful, right?
Yes, making you feel worthless makes me feel powerful.
Why do you pick on me?
Why do you let me?
I was thinking eventually we could be friends.
You think we could be friends?
If we leave all the past behind us.
You think we could actually do that?
I don't know, do you?
After everything I've done to you, do you seriously think that being friends is even possible?
If you really do not be mean to me anymore, then I'm willing into putting the effort into being friends with you.
What if I can't be nice to you?
Then I can't be friends with you.
After everything I've done to you, you seriously think that you'll be able to forgive me?
I don't know, you've never apologized.
You're right. I guess I really haven't ever apologized to you. I'm sorry.
It's okay. An apology is all I ever wanted from you.
You forgive me?
Yes, I forgive you.
I think being friends is a great idea if you are still willing to be.
Yeah, I am.
Then let's give it a try.
Yes, let's give it a try.
Like a small boat on the ocean, sending big waves into motion. Like how a single word can make a heart open. I might only have one match, but I can make an explosion. And all those things I didn't say, wrecking balls inside my brain, I will scream loud tonight. Can you hear my voice this time? This is my fight song. Take back my life song. Prove I'm alright song. My power's turned on. Starting right now, I'll be strong. I'll play my fight song. And I don't really care if nobody else believes, 'cause I've still got a lot of fight left in me. Losing friends, I'm chasing sleep. Everybody's worried about me. In too deep, stay I'm in too deep. It's been 2 years, I miss my home. There's a fire burning in my bones. I still believe, yeah, I still believe. And all those things I didn't say, wrecking balls inside my brain, I will scream aloud tonight. Can you hear my voice this time? This is my fight song. Take back my life song. Prove I'm alright song. My power's turned on. Starting right now, I'll be strong. I'll play my fight song. And I don't really care if nobody else believes, 'cause I've still got a lot of fight left in me.
Like a small boat on the ocean, setting big waves in motion. Like how a single word can make your heart open. I might only have one match, but I can make an explosion.
This is my fight song. Take back my life song. Prove I'm alright song. My power's turned on. Starting right now, I'll be strong. I'll play my fight song. And I don't really care if nobody else believes, 'cause I've still got a lot of fight left in me. Yeah, I've still got a lot of fight left in me.
They hurt, your words. I want to ask you why. Why did you say those things? Why did you laugh? Why? All I ever did was want to be a friend. So why? I might not have been good looking or had your talent, but I did have a heart, and you shattered it. You made me lose not only my heart, but my hope and joy. I can still remember the shoves, the trips, the sadistic grins. You killed me in every way emotionally. Most people would be scared of the dark or snakes, but you, for me, you were my biggest fear. You were like the monster hiding under my bed. It was all you. You were the monster that would devour my dreams and turn them into a nightmare. You were a monster that lied, a monster that would smile to hide the truth. I was so scared to walk to the halls alone, do anything alone because I was scared. Scared that you would show up when I was least expected. I used to not eat because you said I was fat. I used to see you. I'd be scared because I can't forget, and I can forgive so easily. My bully, I forgive you even though I'm scared to move on. But you know that I'm going to have to. I need to grow my face. I need to face my fears. So in the future when I move, I'll be able to tell you. I'll be able to tell you face to face. Only then can I move on. Sincerely, your victim. Ready?
Dear bully, why do you bully me? What did I do to deserve this? Do you hate me? Why do you do the things you do? Am I really worthless? These are all the questions you got me and others thinking. We think stuff like, why do they bully me or what did I do wrong? Most of us try to fix the things you bully us about, for example, our clothes, hair, personality, and looks. We try to change those things to fit your perfect vision of us, the way you say we should act, look like, and even what to wear. We try to be like that when we shouldn't be changing ourselves to fit that vision that you have. We are already good enough, but we don't see that. We only see what others think. We all believe we have to look a certain way in order to fit in with others. If you're fat, you need to lose weight. If you're skinny, you need to eat more. Why does it matter about my body or how I look? It should only matter how I feel. You make me nervous and scared because I never know what you're going to say about me. You've taught me and others to hide our emotions. We just want to know why. Why do you hurt people? Why is it?
Dear bully, are you proud of how you made me feel? Did you get the lashes you expected when you joked about my weight? I miss how happy I used to be, how I didn't care how people viewed me. The more and more I got exposed to more people on the internet, the more I became self-conscious. I used to laugh and joke all the time with all the energy in the world, but now I can't even walk down the school halls without thinking that people will be judging me. People need to take into consideration that the smallest things they say or post on social media can affect how others and people feel about ourselves. You would use me as a weight and say, I bet I could pick you up like I'm some type of dumbbell that you use at the gym. All I see is skinny girls saying that they're fat for attention, or compliments like, oh, you're not fat, you're literally perfect. Is that what you wanted to hear? I usually ask them, if you're fat, then what am I? And they reply, you're not fat, you're beautiful. We never said that we were ugly. And that brings me to my next point. Why is being fat associated with being ugly? Why do bigger girls always get called ugly? If you pay attention, beauty is more than just your looks. Beauty also comes from the inside of you and how you treat people. I see bigger girls model all the time and it makes me happy. I guarantee you, they are some of the bravest people out there because they put themselves out there knowing the backlash they're going to get from people. It wasn't just one person. It was a collective amount of people that would say something about me and my weight. I used to lose weight unhealthily fast because I would starve myself until I saw some type of result. And when you're impatient like me, you would do anything you could to reach your goal as fast as possible. So that's what I did. I ate 1 time a day, and when I needed a healthy amount, I would binge eat, eating all that I could in that short amount of time before I got full. And then even if I would eat any time after that, I would feel guilty for messing up my streak. I would put myself down like others would. You made me feel worthless and made me have trust issues. Made me have more types of anxiety that I didn't even know existed. I hate lying to my parents and telling them that my weight has nothing to do with my social anxiety because it does. It's one of the main things that trigger it. I don't just blame you, I blame myself for letting myself believe the things that I'm told and letting them have an effect on me.
One morning, I woke up excited to go to school for the first time ever. I was finally old enough to start pre-K. I woke up early in the morning and ate a big breakfast. When it was time to go to school, my mama took my first day of school pictures and posted them on Facebook. On the way to school, my mama had tears because her and me had never been apart for over 7 hours before. When she dropped me off, I walked in and saw all these kids running around and playing with each other. I wanted to join so bad, but I had to join the pre-K first. Finally, I sat my bag down on the floor and began to play with the kids. 2 weeks later, everything was going well. I already had a lot of friends and I also had a crush on a boy. Then one day, this girl came up to me and beat me as hard as she could. I didn't know what to do, so I just laughed and then walked away. After that, she beat me every day until I told my teacher. My teacher didn't do anything about it. All she said was stop messing with her and maybe she wouldn't bite you. Later that day, my mom came to pick me up and I showed her. In disbelief, she walked into the pre-K to find the teacher so she could talk to her. My mama walked me to the car so I don't know what was said. The next day, she beat me again. I looked at her and then I slapped her. She started crying and went and told the teacher. I ended up getting in trouble while the girl didn't. The following week, I was playing with my best friend when this random girl just came up to me and hit me. I started crying and ran to my teacher. The teacher was finally on my side and the little girl got in trouble. Fast forward to 1st through 3rd grade. I was bullied because I was so dark. My skin was darker than most of my classmates, so they thought I was different. When I started to lose my front teeth, they grew in weird. They were crooked, and so I got called black and ugly, or buck teeth. This went on for years and years until I was in 4th grade. In 4th grade, it was even worse. My teeth got bigger and I continued to get darker. Every day, people would say, "Dang, Taylor, the dark as heck." I laughed it off, but deep down inside, that hurt my feelings. One morning, I woke up crying because I didn't want to go to school. My mama ended up going to the teacher and asked her to stop the bullying, and it kept on going for days and days. I got braces at the end of 4th grade and didn't get them off to the end of 6th grade. I wasn't bullied for my teeth anymore, I was bullied for my skin color. As I got older, I stopped listening to them because my mama told me I was beautiful every day. I still get bullied today for my skin color, but I don't let it bother me.
Why do I get judged for the color of my skin? Why am I getting asked where my green card is? Why am I getting called an alien, immigrant, beaner, or a wetback? Why do I get stared at in stores for talking a different language? Why are people so angry at us for taking jobs that they didn't want? Why can't people like me be successful without the assumption of being a narco? Why am I being told go back to your country? But the truth is that I am in my country and I was born here. I may not be as pale as you, I may not have the same culture as you, I may not have the same accent as you, I may not dress like you and my features look the same as yours, but I'm still like you. Only as a little girl did she think she was perfect. Soon enough, her classmates made her feel different. Wishing she was as pale as them, wishing her parents could afford the newest toys, wishing her parents could afford the pretty pink sparkly shoes the other girls had, wishing she had blonde hair like them, wishing she didn't have a so-called weird voice. Why would a little girl think that? She was so innocent. She was made fun of. Yes, she was Mexican. Yes, she was. Why did she have to go through all that at such a young age? Brought down every single day. Soon her smile faded away. I'm so excited for school quickly changed to I didn't want to go to school. Why was she treated differently? Why didn't she look like everyone else? Did anyone even take her seriously? She mattered just as much as you, but she was too young to realize it. Now as I get older, I realize that my skin color is beautiful. All the names I'm getting called are out of jealousy. The Spanish language is unique. My people are hardworking and took the job to have a better life. My people are successful because of how hard they work to get here. It's crazy how you preach we're all equal, but when it comes to someone that's not the same color as you, it doesn't apply. When they talk differently from you, it doesn't apply. When their clothes are different from yours, it doesn't apply. When their culture is different from yours, it doesn't apply. Because of you, they cry themselves to sleep every night. Because of you, they cry and wonder why they aren't good enough. Because of you, they're scared to embrace and show pride in their race. Because of you, their grades are low in class. Because of you, they have suicidal thoughts. Soon, because of you, they'll take their own life and never realize how much they matter here. It's crazy how I was born in the same country as you, breathe the same air as you, breathe the same color as you, in the same road as you, but yet I'm still getting treated differently and I'm still not enough for you. Viva toda la raza hispana.
Words can hurt. I don't know if you knew that when you were making fun of my flawed skin and when you were cutting and pulling my natural hair. I don't think you knew words could hurt when you told me to go back to where I came from, took my lunch, and laughed in my face. I bet you didn't know that every single word you said to me broke me and made me hate myself more and more every day. You might have thought it was a joke, but you made me wither away piece by piece and lose myself slowly every day. At one point in time, your words made me a shy and closed-off person. I don't have anything against you, but I have a few questions. Why did you choose to bully me and make my life miserable? Do I look like an easy target to you? Did it make you feel better about yourself? A lot of children hate their bullies, but I am very grateful for you. I know I sound crazy, but I am grateful for the things you said because you helped me build my own character. I was so overwhelmed by all the people that had their own crowd, I kind of felt like I was obligated to try and fit in. All the words you said to me did hurt me, but you also made me realize that I am a leader and not a follower, that I was meant to stand out and not fit in. Yes, words can hurt, but words can also make you a stronger and better version of yourself. So thank you for the mean words and the horrible action because you made me a better me.
Why do you do it? Why do you get enjoyment from hurting me? Why is everything I do funny or stupid? I hide because of you. I feel worthless because of you. I'm ashamed because of you. When will this torment stop? When is the time when I won't be weak? When will it be enough for you or for me? Is it when I start skipping school? Start harming myself? Stop eating? Stop talking? When will I finally get that it's not just some joke that I'm not just some joke, that I am enough, that I matter?
feel when you did all those horrible things to me like I was an animal. You made me feel insecure. You made me feel insecure. You took everything like it was a toy. You took my happiness, my kindness, and you made me into someone I'm not. You made me suffer and feel like I wasn't good enough and that I couldn't do anything right. Yeah, I'm fat, ugly, stupid, but I still saw on your face like you never said anything. I just laughed it off. It doesn't mean that smile or laugh is real. You made me suffer so much that I cried myself to sleep thinking what's going to happen the next day and the day and the next. Even though I want to tell an adult, but I just can't because your friends make it even harder by calling me a snitch or telling me to go kill myself over and over again until I break. You just want me to disappear and never come back? Disappear and never come back? Or do you just want this fake smile to turn into a suffering cry? My friends keep asking, why do you look so tired? Why are your eyes red? Or why do you have cuts on your arm? I just laugh it off and say it was my cat. It was me harming myself to get rid of all this depression and pain. You don't know how I feel or how bad it hurts. All you do is laugh and talk bad about me and tell me to do your homework every day or you beat the crap out of me. I just want to stand up to myself and say, leave me alone, but I can't do that as well because I'm scared of you. I don't want to go through this anymore. I know I'm fat, ugly, and that I need to know I die, but one day I will stand up and ask you, why did you bully me?
It happened. The guy that once made me feel beautiful and perfect turned into my worst nightmare, taking away my feelings of self-worth, layer by layer, day by day. You made me feel uglier on the inside and out, making me feel insecure, making me feel like everything I was doing was wrong, making me watch what I say so that you don't get angry if I say the wrong thing, making me come to school with a sick feeling in my stomach, wondering why I chose to stay with someone who makes me feel all of these things, why I still cared about you when you didn't care about me. What happened? What happened to the guy you were in the beginning? Now I know why I chose to stay each time. I thought the guy that once made me feel like I was perfect would come back, the guy that once cared about me. I felt guilty, but it is not my fault. It is not my fault that it brings you joy to make me feel like I don't belong on this earth. It is not my fault you take your anger out on me. It is not my fault you have your own insecurities. However, it is my fault that when I look in the mirror each day, there is something I want to change about myself. It is my fault for not standing up to you. It is my fault I continued to let you speak to me the way you did. It is my fault I let your words define who I am. Your words may have left me scars, but your words left me more than scars. Your words taught me not to care about what you or other guys think about me. I wasn't put on this earth to please you or anyone else. If you want to change something, change the way you treat girls. I was fine before you, and I'll be fine without you.
You are not hidden. There's never been a moment you were forgotten. You are not hopeless. Though you have been broken, your innocence stolen. I hear you whisper underneath your breath. I hear your SOS, your SOS. I will send out an army to find you in the middle of the darkest night. It's true, I will rescue you. There is no distance that cannot be covered over and over. You're not defenseless. I'll be your shelter, I'll be your armor. I hear you whisper underneath your breath. I hear your SOS, your SOS. I will send out an army to find you in the middle of the darkest night. It's true, I will rescue you.
We hope you have enjoyed our anti-bullying presentation. We thank you all for watching our stories, videos, and creative media designs. Our goal today was encourage you all to become a judgment-free generation through acts of kindness, acceptance, and inclusion. It begins with one voice, one act, one person.
Let's stand up for those who suffer from bullying and empower each other to stand together against bullying of any kind. Don't let anyone make you feel bad about being different. Everyone is unique.
Stand for the silent victims whose voice we cannot hear. Together we can create a world without bullying.
Hey, heard you were up all night, thinking about how your world ain't right, and you wonder if things will ever get better. And you're asking, why is it always raining on you, when all you want is just a little good news, instead of standing there stuck out in the weather. Oh, don't hang your head, it's gonna end, God's right there. Even if it's hard to see him, I promise you that he still cares. When the waves are taking you under, hold on just a little bit longer. He
All right, guys, give me your attention for just a second. First of all, let's give one more round of applause and a big thank you to Ms. Murray and all those students. All right, I appreciate your attention to this, and I know they do too. We're going to start with, if you're on this side over here, you are dismissed back to fourth period. This side first, fourth period. Fourth period.